We are live from Snoop Dogg's compound in Inglewood, California. This is all about the Big Three. I'm your host, Tattoo, giving you a recap of Week 6 and looking forward into Week 7 as the Big Three heads on over to Chicago and Milwaukee. You don't want to miss this episode because I got an exclusive one-on-one with our Big Three guest of the week, co-founder Jeff Kwatinetz. Also, ladies and gentlemen, he breaks every game down to you every single week right here, the one and only Thomas Scott. Lisa Leslie's son is back, MJ2, asking some of your favorite Big Three players some of the coolest questions. Also, the player of the week, the game of the week. Big trades went down at the Big Three. You don't want to miss this episode. It's all going down right here on the CBS Sports Network, all about the Big Three. Big Three made a big impact in Salt Lake City with a sold-out crowd. Check out how the fans went crazy for the Big Three. I know who y'all came to see. Who'd you come to see today?
Birdman.
Birdman, you gotta love it. Look at that, man. You even got your hair done like the Birdman, right?
Yeah.
What makes you guys say, you know what, let's go out here, Salt Lake City, have a great time, bring the family out for the Big Three?
We love basketball, and anything we can do that has basketball in it, we're here.
It's just great to see these dudes play at a high level and to introduce this new league, you know, to America and to the world, and have something to really build and grow off of.
And we've got guys who played for the Jazz. In fact, they'll be here. Al Jefferson's on the team, along with Joe Johnson, Deshaun Stevenson. I'll bet you didn't have a difficult time getting guys who want to be a part of this thing. Because you're right, they never want to stop playing.
They never want to stop playing. It was just, do you want to play it at a high level?
Right, yeah.
You know, because this is not a celebrity game. It's not pickup, professional 3-on-3 basketball. So they had to kind of make it up in their own mind, was they ready to jump back into professional sports. All over the city, all over the country, they're playing each other. Wouldn't it be great to see them in a league and where we can actually pay? And so, as a fan, this is a dream come true.
You've seen a new look and you've heard a new sound. You've seen a new look and you've heard a new sound.
You know, consider to see all the NBA legends play, so we're excited to be here. So, Big Three in the house. Q, what's up?
Triplets, Joe Johnson. I'm a big Utah Jazz fan. Joe Johnson, big Utah Jazz guy.
My love for the city of Salt Lake has been great. My duration here was awesome. I got a chance to meet some great people. I obviously got great friends that's still here. It kind of reminds me of back home, Little Rock, you know, not a very big town. And I just enjoyed it.
I think the key is we got some guys who can do different things in the first 2 years. Guard play, some bigs can play in and out. And we just train smart and moving the ball and taking the best shot.
At the home of the Jazz tonight, it's the home of the Big Three. Matchup number 2, Bullhogs versus the 4-1 Triplet. Late night from Salt Lake City, Bivouac versus Aliens.
How do we continue this 2-game winning streak? You guys got a big game ahead of you against 4-1, the Killer Threes.
Stay locked in. Keep doing what we're doing. Helping each other out. Playing with intensity, not letting the other team outwork us, and, you know, and the shots come. We started off a little slow. We're catching our rhythm now. And like I say, each week is important. So take a week at a time and take care of business tonight.
I got an exclusive with Captain Jack, all the way live in the Killer Threes locker room.
What do you guys do to stop these guys?
We just worry about what we do well. We get our guards out in space, and they make plays for us, and we're just a scrappy team on defense. I don't think we focus too much on what they do. We have to focus on what we do well, and that we be a scrappy team. We play hard, and we try to play harder than the next team. That's how we've been having success this year, and we're trying to keep this winning streak going.
Killer Threes have been playing killer ball. I had a chance to catch up with Dante Green in the Killer Threes locker room. Take it away.
How do you guys shut them down and stop them getting into Week 6?
We just have to come out and stay focused and play our game. You know, we don't take anybody lightly. We have a goal, and that's to win a championship. So, you know, we try to take it one game at a time and just come out and compete, play hard.
It's about that time for the Big Three game of the week, right here on All About the Big Three.
Watson, lob, Dante Green. Alley-oop, killer three style.
So don't forget about Steven Jackson offensively.
Emmett spins and a hammer. Come and dance on our floor. That is a 4-point shot. Andre Emmett. Maxiel. Game over. Three's Company.
Three's Company are on a roll, winning 3 games in a row. Here's what Dante Jones and Andre Emmett had to say right after the game.
I'm just trying to compete, bring that competitiveness to our team, give us an identity. We play hard on defensive end, we get extra possessions, and we just try to go out there and get wins.
It's just all us playing together, catching our rhythm. In every interview, I got to give Dante a lot of props. He brings that winning mentality. But everybody's stepping up. You know, we're playing with intensity. We're sticking with it's a long game, so we're sticking with it throughout the whole 50 points, staying resilient, and just the results.
The White Mamba, captain of Ball Hogs, Brian Scalabrine, I got to catch the exclusive with him, and he has some words about their 0-6 records. Let's go, White Mamba.
Yeah, we'll be ready. Joe Johnson's a beast, probably one of the best players in the league. Al Jefferson could score, so it's going to be a challenge. I think the biggest thing for us is we got to continue to move the ball. We did it at times, but we couldn't just close the game out.
We had a horrible injury in the beginning of the season with Taylor. We lost Hassan Balut to the FIBA situation. Does that have a lot to do with the Ball Hogs and their losing record this season?
So I'm not going to, the normal excuse would be saying yes, right? But I'm not going to make excuses. There's other guys out here that can play. It definitely hurt us. I was expecting big things from Jermaine, but when you're in this type of league, injuries are part of the game. You got to move on, and we got to figure out ways to be better.
Jamario Moon of the Ghost Ballers was traded to Triplets for Chris Johnson. I got a chance to catch up one-on-one with Jamario Moon, looking good in his new Triplets uniform. Here it is for you.
I feel great, man. I'm excited to get over here, man, and try to get this team some energy, man, and help them make that playoff push.
What do you have to say about at least your former team, the Ghost Ballers, man, and how great it was working with those guys?
Hey, first I'm gonna say the trade was beneficial for both sides. You know, with the Ghost Ballers, you know, I was playing the 5, and they needed a big man over there. So this team over here needed another wing presence. So I mean, it just worked out for the best.
Joe Johnson far to get it started. No ISO needed for Joe Pro 4. And then you cannot leave Joe Johnson alone. McDonald's trip, Joe, easiest to his 16 first half points. Anderson looking for him. Anderson ends it himself. The hot hand to close it out.
Lisa Leslie's Triplets are officially in first place. Al Jefferson came home to Utah. The fans went crazy. Here's what Al had to say right after their big win.
Man, it's always great to come back here and play in front of these fans. You know, you see how crazy the fans is, night in and night out during the season. So to see them, I'm not surprised for it to be a sellout crowd here tonight today with the Big 3. So, you know, it's always fun coming play in front of real basketball fans, true fans.
Big Wax had a huge victory against the Aliens. I had a chance to catch up with the one and only Josh Smith. But check out how the interview gets interrupted by Sean Williams and CJ Leslie. It was all worth it because they got some serious words for their next opponent, the Killer Threes. Y'all bled blood, sweat, and tears out there tonight.
Yeah, I mean, playing against those big guys and Ryan Hollins and Greg Oden, definitely difficult banging down there with those guys, and then playing a hot Brandon Rush too. You know, that was very difficult, but I think we was gritty all game. We fought hard. I think we played together, good team basketball. It really came down to the last couple of possessions.
Yeah.
I'm just glad that we was able to get the win.
Hey, what up, guys? You know, congratulations, man.
We come and support our captain,
Absolutely,
man.
Come on through, man. This is it, man. You guys got Killer Threes next week, and that's not an easy team to go up against. Now, what do you guys got to say to Killer Threes, man, if they're watching right now, CBS Sports Network?
We in the weight room.
Yeah.
Oh, man, we ready. We war ready, man.
No, they're not accustomed to losing, so we got to be ready for their best punch.
Jack don't come and try to, bully ball, but, bullies get bullied where we from.
Oh, man, you got to love that. Big Wax Anthony Morrow has been balling out. Check out what he had to say right after their victory against the Aliens.
500% now, 3-3, getting ready for the playoffs. Well, how do we keep winning games, Anthony Morrow?
Just gotta keep playing the right way, man. You know, Josh is our focal point on our team, so we gotta have guys continue.
You're out there as a focal point too, man. You're out there nailing big shots for the team, man. Coming in, you know, you're like clutch, brother. You come in when it needs to be done.
Yeah, I mean that's all preparation. You know, just like the mentality I had in the NBA. So I just want to continue to be aggressive.
How's it feel to be out there, you know, from the NBA to the Big Three, and feeling that love from the fans still, man?
It's great, man, and the energy is amazing. You know, for it to be, you know, shorter games, it's to 50. Guys really competing and going hard. The crowd still into it. Great crowds selling out. We having fun, man. We just gotta keep winning.
It's about that time for the Big Three Player of the Week, and it goes once again to Three's company, Andre Emmett. Why? Check this out.
Andre Emmett off the bounce, strong to the rim. Emmett on Dante Green. Emmett, floater off the window.
C.J. Watson is going cold.
Emmett for two, 49 on the board for Andre Emmett.
I was in my bag. You know, once the score get it going like that, it's lights out.
Big three. Now that's a magic number. Got the homies balling.
Next week, we got another dose of Big Three basketball, and things are getting serious. On Saturday, we're live from Chicago on CBS as Ricky Davis and the new look Ghost Ballers face off against Amari Stoudemire at Tri-State. Then, Steven Jackson's Red Hot Killer Threes will square off against Josh Smith and Bivouac. And in the nightcap, Agent Zero Gilbert Arenas and the enemies take on reigning MVP Corey Maggette and the 2018 champs Power in what could be a playoff preview. On Sunday from Milwaukee, Drew Gooden Three's company battle Greg Oden, Brandon Rush, and the Aliens. Then check out Resurgent Trilogy as they look to claw their way into the playoff picture against Ball Hogs. Closing up Week 7, watch MVP favorite Joe Johnson and the Triplets take on Rashard Lewis and the Three-Headed Monsters. Catch all the action live next weekend, Saturday on CBS and Sunday on CBS Sports Network.
Get official Big 3 merch at store.big3.com. You can get league and team apparel, including jerseys, jackets, hats, and more. Store.big3.com.
All the way live from Salt Lake City, I had a chance to catch up with co-founder of the Big Three in an exclusive one-on-one, Jeff Kwatinetz.
How did you even come about to be a founder of the Big Three with Ice Cube? What else do you do in life to have gotten you to this place?
I've been working with Cube for close to 25 years. So we've done a lot of movies. And
what are some of the movies that you were involved in? What about, name some of these movies that you've been involved with? Because I go to your office and I see all these posters, I see all this music, all these accomplishments that I think would be very interesting for the viewers to know this about you.
I'm involved in the movies that Cube's involved in.
Nice.
I mean, are we there yet? Straight Outta Compton. Barbershop 3. You know, we do some movie and TV stuff, obviously. Cube's always going to do that because he's an artist. But this is the priority. We have big hopes, you know, big plans for this league. Internationally, expansion in America. And the only way to get there is every detail. You know, working, making sure it all, you know, we get all the details right, not taking anything for granted. Earning every viewer, earning every fan that comes.
Looking ahead, you as a founder, you got to be already looking ahead into season 4. Is there any players that you know of now that are going to be coming, or are we going to be expecting more players season 4 of the Big Three?
I mean, the players, it's been more competitive to get in the league every year. So quality of basketball is getting better. You know, we've opened it up to international. But, you know, I think a lot of the NBA guys, they come out to our games because they like it. They look forward to playing in the Big Three. So the truth is, my head is in now. Season 3.
If someone's just watching CBS Sports Network, All About the Big Three, and have no idea what the Big Three is, what would you say to that person watching right now?
I would say, what do you live in a hole or what?
Right. What, do you guys live?
This. I would say that the Big Three is competitive. It's what everybody plays growing up. Everybody plays 3-on-3 basketball in the backyard, at the schoolyard. It's how most people experience the sport. And so we're bringing it back to the way it is in the streets, but it's competitive as hell.
You're watching All About the Big Three. We'll be right back right after this.
Drew Gooden makes his return to Milwaukee as Three's Company joins America in the raid of Area 51, facing off against tiny Archibald aliens.
Download the Big 3 app in the App Store and Google Play Store. Exclusive content, stats, highlights, merch, everything you want to know about the Big 3, download the Big 3 app and get it.
It's about that time to give you a look into Week 7 as the Big 3 heads on over to Chicago and Milwaukee. To my right, giving you the rundown every single week right here from Snoop Dogg's compound, Director of Big 3 Basketball Operations, my boy, the one and only Thomas Scott. Let's head on over to Allstate Arena, Thomas. Tri-State 2-3, taking on Ghost Ballers 2-3. Break it down.
This is a make or break game for both teams. Really excited to see this one. We got new additions right now. Carlos Boozer has been waived and picked up by Power. But also they have picked up Solomon Jones, Ghost Ballers.
Nice.
And they've also made a trade for Jamario Moon and got Chris Johnson.
Very nice.
Very exciting to see, but can their chemistry pick up right away on this big game? Because Tri-State, they played well last week they had Rob Height hit that game winner. Amari Stoudemire played his best game of the season, and they're coming out for blood.
Absolutely. Let's get on over to Game 2. The 2018 Big 3 champions, 4-1 Power, taking on the 3-2 enemies. Big game for both teams right here. T. Scott, let them know.
Well, we get to see Carlos Boozer in a Power jersey, which should be exciting. But also, you got Corey Maggette coming back in town. Julian Wright coming back in town.
Balling, too.
Yeah, back to Chicago, and Q Rich. Can't forget about those guys. So I anticipate those guys coming out strong, hot, and really electrifying the crowd. Also, if you look at enemies, they need this win because they can go up with the elite. They're 3-2, Power's 4-1, so they can be right up there with the best of them. And so let's see what Craig Smith, Royce White, and Perry Jones can put together, because when they're clicking, they're a tough team to deal with.
Do the champions get back Birdman? You got an update on that, Thomas?
Well, unfortunately, Birdman will be out this week. He injured himself pretty bad with his knee, but they're not losing anything. I think you got guys that are willing to step up, like Julian Wright, who's playing out of his mind, and we'll see.
Absolutely. Okay, the final game of the afternoon. This is going to be a big one for all Big 3 fans. It's going to have you on the edge of your seat. I can guarantee you that. 4-2 Killer Threes taking on the 3-3 Bivouac. Break it down.
Well, it's going to be a Royal Rumble, and I can't wait. And I hope you can either, because this is the game everybody really wants to see. You got Steven Jackson, who's now going by Wacko Jacko.
Uh-oh.
Whatever that means. Going up against Josh Smith, who's never going to back down. So I can't wait to see that. And then you got Will Bynum back in town.
Yes.
Man, it seems like he's playing in cleats and everybody's on roller skates. And I don't know why. But guess what? You got another guy like that, Frank Nitti. Frank Nitti is back, and C.J. Watson played great. And those two guys are hard to stay in front of. And also you got Eddie Curry back in Chicago.
Very nice.
So, it's a tough one. Killer Threes 5-2, 4-3 Bivouac. They both need this game to propel for the playoffs.
Okay, and remember, at Salt Lake City, Killer Threes got that L and Bivouac got that W. So whoever's on that momentum, whether it's Bivouac trying to take it because they got that momentum to take another game, or Killer Threes trying to avenge that loss. We're gonna head on over to Milwaukee for Week 7 of the Big 3. Right after this, you're watching All About the Big 3 on the CBS Sports Network.
Deshaun Stevenson has been cooking up buckets from beyond the arc all season, but Carlos Arroyo and Trilogy are ready to serve the ball hogs some sizzling bacon.
Yeah, what's up? This your homeboy Ice Cube, and y'all know what it is. I'm bringing the Big 3 to your city. That's right, hard-nosed, competitive 3-on-3 basketball done at the pro level in your town. Where you gonna be when the Big 3 is in your city? I know I'm gonna be there, and I expect to see you in the place, baby.
Joe Johnson has been putting the Big 3 on notice all season long, but Larry Sanders will be making his return to Milwaukee on a mission to bring down the Triplets.
And we're back with Director of Big 3 Basketball Operations, Big 3 expert, my friend Thomas Scott. We head on over to Milwaukee Sunday. Big3.com/tickets is how you can be in the house. Aliens taking on Three's Company. 2-4 Aliens, 3-3 Three's Company. Break it down.
Well, the Aliens' chances getting to the playoffs are slim and shady. But they're still playing good basketball, and Brandon Rush is emerging as a star right now. I mean, this dude can score it, and he plays defense. I mean, he's leading the league in blocks right now.
Wow.
But right now, since their chances are slim, they might as well hate on everybody else in the league and mess their record up. Who they play? Three's Company, team that's hot. Andre Emmett, Player of the Week 2 times in a row.
We haven't seen that here at the Big 3 either.
Man, it's amazing, and he's making it look real easy. I mean, he ripped apart killer threes, but also Dante Jones is just a winner right now. Every game he's played, they've won. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and they're climbing up the charts. So I'm looking at Three's Company as a team that's going to go out and take this W.
Hey, as much as I love the Aliens, I'd love to see Three's Company win 4 in a row, especially with my man, LA Laker, 5-time NBA world champion Michael Cooper. I always got to support my purple and gold.
And he's still wearing the high socks to this day.
All right, man, game 2 in Milwaukee. 3-headed monsters taking on Triplets. They're #1 team in the Big 3 right now, Thomas.
Yeah, and 3-headed monsters, they need to win every game to make the playoffs. And they need some other teams to help them out beating other teams so that they can climb up the charts. Al Jefferson may be tough for Reggie Evans, but he's not going to back down. He's tough, he's physical, he's going to rebound. And Rashard Lewis, this matchup right here, Rashard and Joe Johnson.
Ooh, wait.
I just can't wait to see it. Throwback guys, and it's just gonna be awesome. I mean, the Triplets, they're playing like the most composed, and anytime you have your best player not have to finish the game, Joe Johnson, shoelaces untied, you're in good shape.
Yeah, and I don't think Gary Payton's gonna like losing to Lisa Leslie. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Gary Payton's rough, man, and Lisa Leslie's been doing her thing, so good luck to both teams. And we get ready for the final game of the evening in Milwaukee. Trilogy 3-2. Taking on the Ball Hogs. I don't even want to say their record, man. They've been having the saddest season of the Big 3, man.
Yeah, it's tough, but they're moving the basketball, but the only way you can get an assist is if the ball goes in after the pass, and that's not happening for them. And I love those guys. These guys are trying hard. They're great guys, but it's just not going their way this year. But let's talk about Trilogy. They're playing great. They're climbing up the charts. Nobody's paying attention to them. You got to give Kenyon Martin a lot of credit. He's got these guys playing the right way. His championship experience is carrying over to his squad. And they just picked up Quintel Woods.
Very nice.
A trade from Ball Hogs for Sam Young. But at the same time, David Hawkins has been playing incredible right now. And, he's just unguardable. His body is just built for 3-on-3 basketball. And at the end of the day, Carlos Arroyo just knows how to move pieces and make teams pay when they fall asleep by finding the open man. They're playing good basketball, and you know who's going to take this.
Yeah, man, and I like this trade for Quintel Woods as well, man. He's been down with Big 3 since day one. He deserves to be on a winning team right now, man.
Yeah, and they're making a push for the playoffs, and who knows? We'll see.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you're with us in Chicago. Make sure you're with us in Milwaukee. Big3.com/tickets every single week. He gives it to you live and direct. My man, Director of Big 3 Basketball Operations, the one and only Thomas Scott. We'll be right back right after this on the CBS Sports Network.
Captain Jack and his team of ragtag underdogs are out to prove that the Killer Threes are a dangerous bunch. Do Josh Smith and Bivouac have what it takes to exterminate the bees?
a lot of people out there who gave up on their dreams, and I'm one of those guys that want to show you that you don't have to.
Okay, your story is a little unique, right? Because you were into other things beyond basketball.
Correct, yeah, like skateboarding, drawing, everything but basketball, man. I sucked at basketball. Growing up in Watts, and just people are gonna try you in life, on and off the court. I mean, you just gotta, it's a never back down mentality.
But it's hard to really break out of that mindset because you're always on edge.
It was tough, but I got it figured out. I'm Frank Nitty on the court. I'm Frank Concession off the court. Something I bring out when it's time to be serious.
Oh, he's tough. He's tough as they come. 2 or 3 summers of watching this dude who takes basketball as a hobby. Here it is, my profession, and I'm sitting there watching this dude just toy with guys. I'm like, hey, you want to give us another shot? For a guy that plays so hard as if this could be his last game, which is, as a trainer, as a coach, as a brother, a mentor, it's refreshing because he cares.
Drew? Oh, that's home. That's why they call me the homegrown hero.
What has the Drew League done for you?
Man, the Drew League single-handedly changed my life. Some of the top talent that walked through these doors, man, and like the other week we had Giannis, MVP of the NBA, come here just to watch basketball, and he, as everybody saw, was having a good time.
It's a lot of talent, but what people don't see or what they don't know about it is, I think, really the quality.
Because of how hard they play when they come through here. I've always put my game to the test here. Drew League culture, man, is everything, to be honest. It's free, families come down, top college kids, NBA players. You know, you just come down and get some good run-in or watch good basketball.
So what is it about Frank that made him just wildly popular?
He's from the hood, straight out of Watts. Everybody loves him because he's humble. Moves are on the fly, like freestyling out there. The next move is gonna be the best move. But that's Frank for you, you know? He's just raw out there. Motherland's favorite son.
Motherland's favorite
Pride
son.
of Watts.
Pride of Watts.
3-time MVP of the Drew League. To the Big 3.
Frank Nitty.
Frank Nitty.
Our guy.
Surgical summer sessions.
Coach George Gervin and Captain Mike Bibby have reshaped their roster as the Ghost Ballers try to make a late season push. Will the new look Ghost Ballers have what it takes to bring down Amari Stoudemire and Tri-State?
It's about that time to catch up with Lisa Leslie's son, MJ2, as he asks some of your favorite Big 3 players some of the coolest questions. MJ2, it's on you.
You know what I do, it's MJ2, and today I have a question for Joe Johnson. My favorite type of car is a Ferrari, so what's yours?
Yo, this is Joe Johnson. My favorite car is a 72 Impala, drop top. Ow.
Today I have a question for Jamario Moon. My favorite type of cereal is Cheerios, so what's yours?
Yo, MJ2, you want to know what my favorite cereal is? Well, I'm just a plain, ordinary guy, man. My favorite cereal are Kellogg's Corn Flakes, sprinkled with a little bit of sugar on top. I let them sit in the milk, get real soggy, grab the biggest spoon I can get, and
I have a question for Josh Smith. My favorite video game is Call of Duty, so what's yours?
What's up, MJ2? This is Josh Smith of Big Whack, and my favorite video game is Call of Duty.
Want to thank you so much for watching All About the Big 3. Follow us on our social media at the Big 3. For tickets to the Big 3 in Chicago and Milwaukee, big3.com/tickets. Or you can watch us right here on CBS and the CBS Sports Network. From the entire team here at All About the Big 3, we'll see you next week all the way live on the CBS Sports Network.